Hello everyone, and welcome to the first of the Tutorial Tuesday series. I'm going to start off by telling you what I have found in just about every pattern that I've seen for Zentangling, and that is every single pattern starts off with a basic either line or a round, whether it be just a regular circle or maybe an oval, or a square, whether it's a regular square or if it's a rectangle. So I just looked around my house, found some patterns for you to try out. This one is just a circle pattern taken off of my luggage, and so I just started off with a few circles about the same size scattered around the paper and started layering them behind a little bit and made some bigger circles going behind as well. And then if you noticed in the pattern that I showed off of the luggage, there's some circles going inside, some smaller circles going off center, so it's not a perfect bullseye type of thing. And I'm just continuing that throughout. And you can find patterns everywhere. Like, I love going to Target because they have some great patterns, and I have a plan to go to Target and record myself looking at different patterns that I see throughout the store. But Target, I have found, is the best place to find random patterns. So there's that tangle. And then this one is taken off of a binder that I have. So just trying to figure out the base of this, and I believe it would be the swervy line. So I'm just making those lines touch each other at the curve. Just doing a few here, and then I am just making it really bold, because if you noticed, the black part was like the big base of it. So I'm just making it a little thicker to match that binder a little bit more. And I'm not concerned about making it as perfect as the binder, because that was mass produced, printed, just probably stamped or something, and I'm not that great. So I'm just coming back and putting the extra lines that were within those swervy lines on the binder. And I'm just doing that throughout the entire pattern. So it's not really that difficult to repeat patterns. You just have to not be worried about making it perfect, because most patterns you'll see out in the world are generally perfect. Now these are some curtains that I have, and I really thought this was an interesting pattern. So obviously this starts off with some rectangles, and I am awful at drawing straight lines, long straight lines. So I'm using a ruler, but if you're good at making straight lines, well, you don't have to do that. So I'm just creating a few rectangles so that we can do the pattern here. And then I am going back and using a square in the middle of each rectangle that I created. And then there was a little loop-de-loo going from corner to corner with the loop in the center of the circle. Or the square, sorry. So that loop is going to the center of the square middle. And there's the basic of it. And if you notice, there was a thread that was really swirly. So I'm just going back and putting some curved lines all the way around. Now once you have the basic of the pattern created, you can go back and embellish it as much or as little as you want. When I finished this particular pattern, I decided not to go back and do anything extra to it. I thought the swirls was enough to embellish it a little bit. But in the other two patterns, I did go back and embellished it a little bit more just to make it so it wasn't so basic. And here are some examples of what I had done with those patterns. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorials. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you tomorrow with a new Zentangle.